Hello, hello, hello. My name is Janet Wright, and thank you for patience with my flexible start time. Let me know if you can see and hear me okay. So this will be a group energy healing where I'm healing 143 people in 13 different countries. So hello to everybody that I'll be healing. I'll read the country count. 100 of the 143 people in 13 countries, there are 13 kids, ages 5 to 17. So hi to the kids. Most of them do not watch ever live. But that would be cool if they did. 107 of the 143 people are in the US, 6 are in Canada, 5 are in the UK, 6 in the United Arab Emirates, 5 in South Korea, 4 in Qatar, 3 in Ukraine, 2 in Spain, 1 in Luxembourg, 1 in Germany, and 1 in Italy, 1 in Japan, and 1 in Australia. So hello, hello, hello to everybody that I'll be healing. For those of you that are new to this whole concept, I heal the people that purchased the set of 2 healings on my website. And currently on my website, January and February healing sets are for sale if you are interested. jwhealing.com is my website. And also hello to everyone watching live that I'm not healing. Of course, you are welcome to watch and heal yourself as you watch. And if I'm healing you, of course, you can also heal yourself while I heal you. Does not get in the way at all. It's all good. Let's see. So lots of goodies today. Thank you for confirming that people can see and hear me. Thanks so much. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Oh, and as far as the flexible start time, I pushed it back an hour because I was still preparing, and I put a little note in the chat about it, just for future reference. If you're like, wow, she's later than usual, maybe you could check the chat. Maybe I put a note about it in the chat. Okay, so what are we doing today? Well, first the theme overall, and then today. So theme, concepts, and techniques that relate to today. Well, first of all, the theme for this whole month is confidence, power, and flow under pressure. So flow in your energy is. Oops, I got flowers for myself. Look. Also for you guys to see, during the live stream. But aren't they pretty? Hopefully I won't bash them too much. I'm trying to keep them in the camera shot, at least some of them, but that may be too dangerous because I move my hands a lot. So we'll see how that works. Anyway, so confidence, power, and flow under pressure is for this whole month. The theme for this whole month, there is all those healings for this month. The 5 that I'm doing and have done this month are in a playlist by themselves, which is linked in the info section of this live stream. And the set of 2, the December twin set, is the final healing set of 2024. Happy New Year, everybody, in advance. Oh, and I got a new microphone cover that's not black, and I have other colors on the way. So that's exciting. For me, at least. Light color. Okay, so what are we doing today? I like confidence, power, and flow under pressure. But also today, I'll build in more support for your physical body. Because I think it's not an easy time of year for the physical body, relative to the other times of year. The weather may make you maybe less inspiring for you to do physical exercise. The energy of the earth, I guess. I'm not an expert in traditional Chinese medicine, but I dabble, of course. And summer, the earth gives you lots of yang energy. Oh, yeah. And then in the winter, it's more yin. So like if you're used to getting like yang energy from the earth all summer and feeling supported by that, it's just not happening in the winter. So you have to support yourself more in the winter, potentially. So physical body support, I'm going to try to build that in. And so how am I going to build that in? Well, two ways. I'll show you the most fun way first. Maybe 2 or 3 ways, actually. Let's see, the most fun way, it's going to help your spirit too, actually. But okay, so it's a video clip that I want to show you. And it's just from a movie. It's just from a show, like, that aired a couple years ago, called Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And there was this character, Skye, in it. And this female character, and she, stuff happened to her, and she got like all caked on with this hard stuff, and she blew it off her. She exploded it off her. And so without getting into the whole backstory of the plot and why that happened, it looks really cool. And it looks similar to if you might like just blow up a whole bunch of energy blocks that are in your space all at the same time. So I thought, well, that's kind of fun to do, just to like explode a whole bunch of energy blocks in your space all at one time, just like but like that there's a visual depiction of it from a show is like, of course, 5 times as cool. But it's a visual depiction of a show. It's not like I have $1 million and I paid a graphic designer to do it just the way I would have wanted, so it's a little like the lighting is a little dark and all that, but so I'm going to show that to you. It's kind of fun. So, and I'll talk you through like the process, and then we'll do it during the healing. But, well, should I tell you? No, I'll make you wait. But it's cool. So when we do that in the healing, and then I'll play the video clip. Oh, I can't wait. Okay, so that the title of that chapter, once I do the chapter titles, will probably be Exploding Blocks, because you're exploding a whole bunch of energy blocks all at once. So so that's coming up. Stay tuned. But another way that we're going to help the physical body is we're going to imagine a river that represents the vitality of your physical body and unblock the river. And we're going to look for maybe other people's rivers that are hooked into your river that shouldn't be. Like if you have like a 1-year-old child, then maybe there should be like a very faint connection between your body vitality river and their vitality river, because you have that first chakra cord as a parent, if you're a parent of a child that's like 12 years old or younger. But it doesn't mean that your rivers are like the same thing or anything. Even if you're pregnant with a child, you would have separate rivers. But there would be a much stronger connection between the two rivers at that point. But anyway, assuming, if you don't have a young child, then there should be nobody connecting to your body's vitality river. And so not only are we going to look for those like hookups where people are like, they're trying to link their body vitality river to yours, but we're also going to give those people, we're not just going to melt away the connections, because that's good for you, but maybe not very long term because you haven't helped them kind of evolve beyond wanting to do that. You've just ended it for the moment, right? And so they are likely to try again later. So we're going to use angel assisted conflict resolution flowers for anybody that's messing with your body vitality river first, and then we'll melt them away from your river. And then who knows, maybe we'll do a whole extra batch of angel assisted conflict resolution flowers after that, you know. And when you do fun fact, there are 2 new videos. I won't make a heading for it, but there are 2 new videos that I made. They're just excerpt videos. Not just, I mean, they're excerpt videos. They're each 6 minutes long. And I released them in the last few days. So if you can, like, as a subscriber on YouTube, you can choose like to be notified when, you know, the people that you subscribe to, the channels that you subscribe to release new content. So it's up to you, but if you do that, then you would have known already that I released these videos in the last 2 days, last 2 or 3 days. But anyway, one of them is the excerpt from the last healing on clearing extended sinus masks. And then the other one is angel assisted conflict resolution flowers. So they're just little 6-minute videos on just that one technique. And my intention is to try to do more of those, although I'm careful about promising, just because, you know, I don't want to get stuck about it. But anyway, hope you enjoy those 2 that I did make in the last few days. And there is a playlist of shorter videos because I know the 3-hour ones can be daunting for people sometimes, even though we try to make them so awesome and irresistible. But anyway, so we'll do that physical body vitality river work combined with the angel assisted conflict resolution flowers. And if you missed that whole angel assisted conflict resolution flowers thing from last set, the gist of that is they're energy healing flowers, but they have messages in them that are clean, you know, that are hopefully helpful for the situation. And then you give them to your angels. And your angels edit the message and the vibration of the flower. So it's the most approachable version for the person that you wanted to give them to. And then with angel assisted message flowers, your angels deliver them, not you. And they only deliver them if they'll help the situation. Because sometimes, you know, with backlash people that, you know, get easily triggered and then they get aggressive, even a nice flower would piss them off. Energy flower. So those are angel assisted conflict resolution flowers. So they're very safe, very newbie friendly, safe to do even with your most aggressive backlash people, because you're just giving them to the angels and then the angels take it from there. So anyway, so we'll be doing those probably throughout this healing. Give you some cover so that you can change and evolve and have less backlash from other people. Oh yeah. The other body friendly thing also helps your spirit, which is why I forgot that it's a big deal for your body. We will do crisscross. Lorenzo, can you hand me that board after all? Thanks. We will do crisscross chakra filaments. We'll do, like, I don't know where it might be its own section, or it might just be in the chakra repair section. Maybe just right after chakra repair, we'll see. But I've talked about crisscross chakra filaments. I've talked about before. They're cords, but they're your cords between your physical body 7 chakras and your astral body 7 chakras. So like connecting 7 to 7, 6 to 6, 5 to 5. So you have a 7th chakra filament, you have a 6th chakra filament, 5th chakra filament, all the way down 1st chakra filament. Right? So those are chakra filaments. But with energy work, sometimes the more detail, the more like you zoom in on the detail, it's a little more complex. And I don't always speak in the most complex way possible because it would blow people's mind, right? But sometimes it is nice as a healer to be aware of that level of complexity and work on that level, that more detailed level. So the more detailed level of chakra filament is crisscross filaments. Like they actually, it's a pair of filaments. So you don't, I mean, at the level, like a general level, yeah, you have a 7th chakra filament, right? Between 7th chakra, physical and astral. Actually, my diagram is orange, so we could talk about the 2nd chakra, because 2nd chakra is the same, and it's, you know, all the filaments, it's the same concept, but orange is an ideal color for the 2nd chakra, so I like drawing in orange. So anyway, so for 2nd chakra, you could say you have your 2nd chakra filament, right? But technically, if you dial in and get more detailed, it's a pair of filaments that crisscross. They, like, one of the filaments goes, you know, out of the astral 2nd into the physical 2nd, and one of the filaments goes out of the physical 2nd into the astral 2nd. So not a great diagram, which is why it's actually a really awful diagram, but whatever. So this is sort of like, if you like a front view with a little bit above, you know, so you can see, but you know, like a chakra shape is an open cylinder, right? So those are supposed to be open cylinders right there, which is why it's not a great diagram. But the point is to show the crisscross concept, you know, that it goes out of one of them into the other, and then out of this one into that one. That's the whole crisscross idea. So anyway, it feels good to work at that level if you want. And I'm gonna, as a healer of the people that purchase this healing, that's the level I'm gonna work at. After we do just general chakra repair, I'll make it a separate chapter, and we'll use sticky gold wax for all of the 7 astral, 7 physical, and all the crisscross filaments. We'll sticky gold wax all that, and then we'll repair all of that, and then we'll sticky gold wax all of that again, and then we'll repair all of it. And then even we can send gold light through just one half of the filaments, like the ones that say go from astral to physical. Just send gold light through there, and then we could just send gold light through the ones that go from, you know, physical to astral, or whatever the other set is. Getting all, but anyway, you know, so you can send gold light and unblock one of the paired filaments, and then the other all at once. So that's kind of fun too. But sticky gold wax is probably better to do all at once. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but sticky gold wax of all of them is nice. All the filaments, all the crisscross filaments, and all the chakras all at once, in case there's some invasive people or invasive beings that kind of move over. If you kick them out of one spot, they'll move over to another spot. So if you're you know, sticky gold waxing the whole thing, all the crisscross filaments and all 7 physical and all 7 astral chakras, and you lift all that out all at once and give it to your angels. Angels, here you go. And then repair. So anyway, it's cool. So anyway, that benefits the physical body. I felt like it was important to do some physical body stuff, because at this time of year, like I said, and the seasons and all that, and you know, the holidays, like sometimes people get just worn down. They're not resting enough. They're not just relaxing enough. And also the triplet set that we did for the same theme did a lot of 7th to 8th chakra repair, 7th to 8th chakra connection repair and unblocking, and that was really effective. But I figured this is like a nice complement to that. You know, if you strengthen the spirit, you also want to strengthen the physical body, because, you know, fair is fair. You want like you want them both to be as strong as they can be. So figured it was time to strengthen the physical body more. So I don't know if we'll do the 7th to 8th chakra repair work today. We did it a bunch in the triplet set. So a lot of the people that are getting all the healings, they don't need it so much, because they're still rocking they need it, but not need. So we'll we may not fit it into this, but there is good 7th to 8th chakra repair work in the 7th to 8th chakra connection repair work in the December triplet set healings, which are also in the same playlist as this one. Okay, that's for body stuff. The filaments, the vitality river, and the exploding whole bunch of energy blocks at once. It makes sense. It's healthy and gentle. Well, it'll be a process. I'll show you along with the fun video clip. I think you're back. Like, you know, there's an expression, like someone who has a spine, you know, it's sort of like a courage image about, you know, like have a spine. You know, someone who's not courageous, they might call that person spineless. You know, someone who's very cowardly, right? So confidence and your back and your power, you know, it is related. So there are some images, really cool images. Those I will show now. That will work a little bit. In the healing, let's see, which one do I want to show? Like that one. Pretty fabulous looking at all that. I love it. Those are, of course, traditional Chinese medicine meridians. So I just love looking at them all like that. It's so cool looking. So we might do something, you know, with the, because usually that the yellow lines there, they go up and down. That's the urinary bladder meridian, and we don't often work it that low. Like we work it around the face and the back of the head, but not down the back like that. And it is cool. Up here we have worked more, but even the upper back right there, that's cool. And you know, where the urinary bladder meridian is like 4 different branches going downward. So, and then but the lower, she was showing the butt of the hairy model, but his butt is not hairy, so but anyway, so all those points right there, they're kind of cool. And those, you know, the energy, if it's congested there, I mean, that's true with any meridian. You don't want blocked energy or damaged energy. So we might, I think we'll play more with meridians in the back, you know, because this one, like, here's a bunch of different, you know, back meridians, which are cool. So we may use that image more, but we'll see which ones we end up using. But anyway, so I thought that was cool. We might do more with that, just your back. Because we've done like, you know, stomach meridians, you know, we like show an image of the stomach and work all the meridians in the stomach area. So I think that would be fun to work the back, you know, that's because the theme is like power, confidence, raw, you know, so having a strong back, I think, can relate to that in a way. So that's the gist of it. There's something else on the maybe pile, but we'll see. So, that's that. So I'm going to, let's see. There we go. I'm going to briefly look at chat comments, and then we'll do the 3 minutes of quiet, and then we'll start the healing. And as I heal, if you don't know, I talk out loud as I heal, so you could use it as an all levels healing walkthrough and heal yourself as you listen. Alrighty. So thank you everybody for your chat comments. Chat comments as well as thumbs up help YouTube to think the live stream and later the video is more legitimate and valuable. Which in a way is kind of ridiculous because you can have a really valuable video that, you know, just doesn't inspire people to, you know, or a really valuable live stream that's not really about chatting, you know, but for that reason, YouTube doesn't think it's as appreciated by people. So that's why even if you're not feeling chatty, you know, if you did put a chat comment or two, like not a read my life story question, but just like, you know, hi everybody, or you know, whatever you want to say, or you don't have to, but it actually helps the video and the live stream, helps you to think it's more legitimate. Okay, someone says yay, thank you. Someone else gives me a little heart emoji. That's cute. Yeah, I never do that on camera. There we go. They do that a lot in K-dramas. They make these hearts. Well, not a lot, but this is hi from Chicago. Can see and hear you. Thank you. Good evening. Good evening to you. Yeah, you'd think it was evening with how dark it is here. It's not evening here. It's like not even 1 o'clock in the afternoon here. But it's very cloudy. It's dark cloudy. Today is dark cloudy here. On and off raining. I try to light up the back of the room a little bit extra, but this is hey Janet, I can hear and see you from Las Vegas, Nevada in the US. 61 degrees and cloudy. I would take 61, man. Whew. Hope you have been having a good December. Excited for the healing. Thank you. Someone says, hey Janet, later than usual is even better for today. Well, I'm glad it works for you. That's good. So it says, I like the new microphone cover. Yes. Fun. And the flowers are beautiful. Thank you. Yes. Yeah, I have other color microphone covers on the way too. So you can look forward to different colors as well. So, hey, someone says, hi, Janet, 59 degrees Fahrenheit. That sounds nice for December. In San Francisco and cloudy. Thanks for the emojis. I love the colors of your flowers. Yeah. Yeah, they're pretty. We'll do another flower moment. Ta-da. And there's a bouquet back there too, but it's not lit really well, so you can't tell. But right there. It says, I suffer from SAD, seasonal affect disorder. If you have any ideas for energy healing to help with that, I would appreciate it. The only one I have is get a sunlight lamp and use it as much as you can. You know, like a light therapy lamp. My light right over there is a light therapy lamp. And actually what's lighting up the back there is a light therapy lamp, because we have a whole bunch for different rooms in the house in case we're, you know, my husband's working in a different room, you know, they make a big difference potentially, but not like sometimes in the Amazon reviews for light therapy lamps, they're like, oh, I use it for 15 minutes every morning and it helps. I don't think that 15 minutes would do anything for me. I like put it on for hours, you know, I'll just be working and have it on my side of my, you don't want it in your face obviously, but just so the light gets in like the corner of your eye. So it's not, you know, annoying and harming your eye. But yeah, I try to use it for many hours every day. Someone says, yes, I appreciate the shorter videos. Thank you. Well, good. I'm glad you like them. Someone says, not sure if it's your microphone or my headphones. Normally don't use them to listen to live streams, but the sound is super clear today. Makes sense. Oh, someone else's makes sense. Yeah, I don't know. It may be just the variation in your internet connection, because I don't think I'm especially clear today. I wish that were true, but it's probably not. But I'll listen later and see if I sound especially clear. I probably don't. So it says, I appreciate your healings, Janet. Feeling so much better after just a couple of months already, and learned a lot to do myself too. Cool. Thank you. Oh, and about the sound comment, it could be the difference between, you know, your like your computer speakers versus your headphones. You know, maybe your headphones are just a better quality than your computer speakers. So when you listen on your headphones, it sounds a lot better. Alrighty. This is perfect timing for winter solstice. Yes. So winter solstice was yesterday. So we are officially now in winter, even though it's been feeling like winter for at least 2 months for us. This is I use light therapy lamps. Aren't there energy healing techniques for the eyes or forehead? None that I know of to help with seasonal affect disorder. Someone says, happy winter solstice. Happy winter solstice to you too. I think the thing is too with, seasonal affect disorder, also with like female menstruation, a lot, I mean, and it turns out like 100% of my listeners are women. Here I've been, trying to not talk about menstruation and stuff because of the male listeners. Turns out I don't have any. I mean, I'm according to YouTube, it's probably wrong. So if you are a conscious male listener, feel free to put a comment in the comment section later or in chat, just so I know you exist. Because I thought I had some, but I looked at the YouTube, like analytics, blah, 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 recently, which is a whole bunch of confusing data, which is, whatever. Half of it's discouraging and wrong, but anyway, it says 100% of my listeners are female. So anyway, long story short, during female menstruation time period, so if it's your time of the month, it can be more triggering. I mean, there's hormonal changes in a female body during that time. And again, I'm not a scientist, obviously. That hopefully is obvious, but just as a cautionary thing. But energy-wise, emotional baggage gets stirred up potentially during your time of the month. So the antidote to that is just to clear the damn backlog of emotional baggage, so there's not a whole giant backlog to get triggered during your time of the month. Obviously easier said than done. It's a long-term project potentially if you are not too far along on that process yet, but it's possible to do. And so therefore then there's less to like smack you in the face, every time you have your menstruation, less baggage to, just like kind of train wreck you. Also, biker shorts area unblocking would be really good for, menstruation issues. Again, just because you're getting rid of the stagnant energy that will get more noticeable and more triggered during menstruation. So I think seasonal affect disorder is a bit like that. There's a thing where you're not getting the same amount of sunlight. And so your brain is kind of tripped out about that. And so sunlight lamps will trick your brain, but there's still the emotional, psychological stuff that isn't tricked by a sunlight lamp. It's just old shit that's triggered, your grief, your loneliness, your sadness, whatever. And so the best antidote to that is just to keep working on clearing your, sunlight lamps are huge and they're great, but if the sunlight lamp isn't enough, I would say, vitamin D supplements. But if, you're doing the physical stuff, like the vitamin D supplements and the sunlight lamp, and it's not enough, just, work on getting rid of your old shit that's getting dredged up by the lack of, by the season, by the lack of, young, supportive earth energy from the summer, because it's not summer and all that. So yeah, just baggage clearing, biker shorts work, that kind of thing. All right. So yeah, there are, to help the eyes and the forehead, you work your meridians, but I don't know that it helps with seasonal affect disorder though. Anyway, someone says, happy winter solstice. I've used sunrise alarm clock lamps for decades. They make a huge difference. Oh, that's nice. Sunrise alarm clock lamps. Yeah, that could be cute to play with. If I had a problem with, usually I feel pretty good when I wake up. So But yeah, thanks for putting that idea out there. Good. Alrighty. So hello from Kosovo. Hello to you. Hello, hello. All right. So I will do a quick for newbies moment about explaining gold light in hands and stuff and using a copy to heal yourself. Okay, so for newbies, to catch you up, you can give yourself an energy healing many ways. You can use gold suns all around you, create them with your thought or your intention, and have the gold light from the gold suns shine on you and heal you that way. Using your hands can be nice. Everyone has big energy centers in the palm of your hand, even if you didn't know, they're still there, even if you didn't know about them. And fingertip chakras. You have one chakra in each fingertip. I mean, you have chakras everywhere, but those specifically, you could set them to a metallic gold color, like this glitter, with your intention. You don't have to be able to see energy to do anything that I'll be doing today. Because you can do it with your thought, your intention, your imagination, that kind of stuff. Vision comes with time. You might not have vision for quite a while, so don't let that stop you. Just be a bold newbie or a bold intermediate person. Fine. So anyway, and then you use gold light and you create a copy with your thought or your intention of yourself out in front of you, and you heal the copy. Because you could go like this, but then if you're doing like all those, butt chakras that I showed and everything, then, my light went off. Hold on. Okay. So if you're trying to heal your butt chakras, having a copy out in front of you could be really useful for that, right? So your copy could be just your butt chakras, or it could be your whole length, your body, physical body and astral body with all your auras around. You have 17 auras, so they're all around you, and then your 2 connections to the core of the earth called your groundings. So that's the idea. You comb through and the gold light repairs and unblocks and kind of washes out what's not you all the way down to the core of the earth. And then it just dissolves and goes back to wherever it belongs. It's like cleans out the energy and it goes to wherever it needs to go. Not in your space anymore. So that's the basic idea. So gold light, copy out in front of you, hands. And eventually you begin to feel energy with your hands too, but for a while they're just sources of generating a lot of energy, a lot of gold light to use for healing and repair and unblocking. Okay, good enough. And newbies, you can always ask a question, if something doesn't make sense. You can post it in the chat. I'll read it after the healing is done. Or, under any video, you can post a question or follow-up question, and it doesn't have to be exactly related to the video. That's not a big deal. And I get to those, I do reply to those video questions, but sometimes it can take me, a week or 2 or 3, but I will reply to them when I have time. So during this 3 minutes of quiet, I will finish my prep and say hello non-verbally to the people that I'm about to heal. Okay, thanks for waiting. So you can go ahead and recreate both your groundings. One for your physical body energy system, one for your astral body energy system. Make them big and wide, going all the way down to the core of the earth. Keep them wide all the way down. Make them both the same color, red or orange or yellow. And then you can have copies of those groundings out in front of you and comb through them with gold light. And check at the bottom because they can plug up in the bottom. Also, you can check in the auras, the lower part of the auras, because your auras wrap all the way around. So like beneath your feet too. So if you have stuck energy down here, it limits how much you can release through your grounding. So unblock the bottom of all your auras as well. Indie grounding is where you check, use gold light and you run it through the outer surface of your groundings as they go down and melt away any connections to other people in your grounding. You could have people that don't like you hooking into your grounding or people that like you that hook into your grounding for different reasons. So just melt all them away. And what you could do too is line up all the people. Just imagine, don't do anything to the people, but you imagine like a copy of all the people that are messing with your grounding or tend to mess with your grounding. And maybe they mean well, you know, so you just imagine those people in a row. And then we're going to make conflict resolution flowers and give them to the angels, not directly to those people, right? So just make energy healing flowers for all those people. You don't have to know who they all are, just anybody that is invested in messing with your grounding in some way. And you make energy healing flowers and you can put messages in them like, you know, I hope you're well. I hope you're doing well. I hope you have a good day. You know, karma's real. So please try to, you know, if you respect people's energy, it's better for you personally. Stuff like that. And then you can just say, angels, can you check these flowers and, you know, edit them and deliver them to those people if only if it would help the situation. And then you can just kind of watch and see how many of those people got flowers and how many it was better not to give the flowers. So the angels didn't give them the flowers. And don't worry about, you know, one way or another. And do more of that. Just wash out everybody from your grounding, either if they're hooked into the outer perimeter or just within it. Maybe they're hooked into some bunch of energy blocks inside your grounding. Or just wash everybody out of your groundings. It could be, you know, this is like a sort of a holiday time of year, you know. You can, you know, maybe there's work people, maybe there's social life people. Wash everybody out of your grounding. All right, good enough. And you can see, you know, how does that feel for you? You know, is there a before and after? And some people don't physically feel a before and after, even though they're now way more present and they're going to have a better day. than they would have otherwise. So it's okay if you don't feel it. Obviously, it's more encouraging if you do feel differences, but sometimes you're just not present enough to feel the difference, or you've like purposefully turned off some of your awarenesses in this or past life. So you don't have enough awareness turned on at the moment to realize how much you've just helped yourself. But anyway. So a couple deep breaths. Okay, aura repair. So you have 17 auras. Physical body, astral body, and then 15 auras called Wei Qi auras, WEI space CHI. Wei Qi, the type of qi that you have. It's traditional Chinese medicine concept. Although the fact that you have 15 Wei Qi auras is not strictly traditional Chinese medicine. It's what the angels explained to me. So, but anyway, it's strong boundaries energy in the form of 15 gold flowy force fields around you. They come and go with you as a spirit, but they really do help your body a lot as well as your spirit. So anyway, all 17 of your auras, you can imagine them all out in front of you. They're all in the same place if you're reasonably present, so it can look like one bubble, but it's really 17 bubbles in the same place. And there can be major rips in it could be so ripped that it looks like it's not even there. So just start combing through with gold light and repair your auras. You want to wash out the ripped areas so that they start to repair themselves. And it's nice to be able to kind of detect ripped areas like this, but it's okay if you can't at first, because the technique that we're going to use, which is composite copy technique, does not require that level of awareness. It's very newbie friendly. So you it's called composite copy technique. So you create with your thought or your intention an image of a rip, and you say, okay, this rip represents all the rips in my 17 auras. So then as you repair this rip, that repairs the rips in your auras. So you imagine your composite copy rip, and you use sticky gold wax at first to clean it out. So sticky gold wax is gold light from your hands, but it sticks to, with your intention, it's sticky gold wax, and that makes it stick to everything that's not you and form like a big lump. So then you get rid of the junk all at once. Angels, here you go. You hand it to your angels. So sticky gold wax, fill it up, have the junk form a big lump, lift out the junk all at once. Angels, here you go. Sticky gold wax. You want the wax to stick also to hard objects that are stuck in there, people's energy, invasive beings that are in there, just all that junk. Just have it form a big lump, lift it out. Angels, here you go. So now you should be able to make much better contact with the ripped parts. The gold light should permeate better, and the healing should be more thorough. The benefit of doing all the repairing them all at once is because sometimes if you like spot check and you just do one spot at a time, you might miss something. But if you do all of them at once, then, I mean, they're both good to do. Long story short. If you have any leftover hard objects that you missed, you can just kind of explode them. All right, so we'll do one more composite copy technique for any leftover rips or gashes that are left. So make another composite copy rip and say, okay, well, this represents any leftover rips that I still have, that you still have. And go ahead and do the same process. So sticky gold wax, lift out the junk, angels, here you go. Sticky gold wax, lift out the junk, angels, here you go. Angels, if there are any invasive beings in the way of this repair, can you please recycle them? And use gold light and Right, so comb through your auras now. Maybe you notice a before and after. If you don't notice a before and after, doesn't mean you didn't repair a lot. It just, you know, your awareness isn't as developed as your healing ability is. Common. While we're at it, you could have a lot of blocks just kind of sitting on the top of your aura too. So if you have like a stack of blocks up there above the top of your aura, just melt that stack of energy blocks up there. That could affect your waking up experience, how you feel when you wake up if you have a lot of blocks up here and also above the top of your aura. So like my seasonal affect disorder people, check what kind of bummer junk do you have up here above the top of your aura. Get rid of it. What kind of bummer junk do you have above your head in your auras and get rid of that. Check the outer surface of all the 17 auras in case you missed anything. If you feel any little leaks springing out, just do extra repair there. Just angels, if there are any invasive beings in the way of this repair, can you please recycle them? Because that's really common. Like if you're leaking energy, it does attract invasive beings and then they get in the way of the repair. So you get them recycled first by the angels and then it works better. Angels, can you recycle any invasive beings in the way? All right, and then unblock your groundings again. All right, good enough. You could redo your gold buffer zones. There's a video on that. If you don't know what they are, they help slow the rate of aura damage. You can, once you know about them, you can recreate them really quickly. All right, so that's aura repair. Okay, so your creative rings are above your head, 1, 2, 3. They are a part of your astral body energy system. So they come and go with you as a spirit. So like when your body's asleep at night, you're up there on the astral, having fun with your angels, your creative rings are up there with your astral body. Okay, so you can just make a copy of them out in front of you of your 3 gold creative rings and repair them and unblock them and melt cords going into them. There are invasive beings courting them, have them recycled. So angels, if there are any invasive beings messing with my creative rings, can you please recycle them? And if you have trouble being aware of your creative rings, you can also do your 7th and your 6th chakras at the same time, because 7th and 6th chakras are very important for awareness, intuitive awareness, visual awareness of energy. And so it could be that you have invasive beings in all 3 places, kind of shutting down your awareness, making it hard to do. So if you can see your creative rings just fine, you don't really have to do 7 and 6 at the same time, although that could be fun too. So creative rings, 7th chakras, 6th chakras. 7th is in the top of your head, 6th is behind your forehead, but you have copies out in front of you right now. And you can sticky gold wax all of them and just have it stick to whatever's not you. Drag it out. Angels, here you go. Have the sticky gold wax stick to anything that's not you. Drag it out. Angels, here you go. More repair and unblocking. Your creative rings have flaps that stick out if they're irritated. You don't want them to stick out. You don't want it to be irritated. So if you notice your flaps sticking out like that, just melt more energy cords so the flaps can relax and fall shut. Then it's a nice smooth ring. And that's a top-down view of your creative ring. That drawing. Keep melting cords. And if the cords keep coming back, it could be that you're just missing some damage there. And if it's damaged, it's just so easy for people or beings to keep cording. If you're like, well, Jan, I can't see the damage. Well, then maybe just do sticky gold wax to clean out the area better. More times, sticky gold wax like 3 times in a row. Angels, here you go. Sticky gold wax. Creative ring 7-6. Angels, here you go. Sticky gold wax. Creative ring 7-6. Angels, here you go. And then repair. Because it's a fact that the repair is going to work better if it's cleaned out more and there's less junk in the way of the gold light. So you just go by that kind of logic, technique, facts. There is a cool chain reaction if your creative ring flaps shut significantly all at once, then like the chakra flaps can shut too, going all the way down your spine. So that's kind of fun. A nice ripple effect of flaps closing. Your energy can flow nicely, but it's just harder for other people and invasive beings to cord you then. All right. Good enough. Let's do chakra repair. And then we'll do a special section after that on sticky gold wax and repair of chakras and crisscross chakra filaments at the same time. But first we'll just do straight up standard. The first just straight up standard chakra repair, repairing all chakras at once, all major and minor chakras using composite copy technique. So this is a standard basic chakra shape, an open cylinder. So you make an image similar to that, and with your intention you say, okay, well, this represents all my major and minor chakras of my body and my spirit, and then go ahead and repair and unblock and melt cords using gold light. And keep melting cords so that the flaps can fall shut. Again, flaps are like this. When they're irritated, they look like they're sticking out around the round openings, but when you melt enough cords, you unblock enough, then the flaps relax and fall shut. So it's a nice smooth round opening. Lift out the energy blocks. You can blow them up or melt them with gold light. Lift out the energy blocks, melt them with gold light. Out the energy blocks, melt them with gold light. Say, angels, if there are any invasive beings messing with any of my chakras, can you please recycle them? Hard objects. You can have hard objects sticking into one of your chakras or a bunch of them. So hard objects can look like this, either bigger or smaller, but this is the general idea. They can also look like a wedge, like a like something more shaped like this, maybe, you know, it just wedged in there. So it's not like a spear, it's more of like an edge. I mean, obviously this is, you know, something like that, like a sharp edge that was thrown at you. Anyway, just imagine a copy representing all your chakras, and imagine any hard object stuck in your chakras, and just use cold light to loosen up those hard objects. And you can say, angels, if there are any invasive beings in the way of this process, can you please recycle them? And melt cords from people out of these hard objects. Then it's just hard objects, no drama. And then lift out the hard objects. Angels, here you go. And do repair with the hard objects gone. We'll do that again. So imagine a composite copy representing all your chakras. Imagine the hard objects stuck in your chakras, if there are any, and loosen them up with gold light from your hands. And say, angels, if there are any invasive beings attached to these objects or in the way of this process, can you please recycle them? And then if there are any cords from people going into these chakras or into the hard objects that you're about to remove, just melt away the cords. And then just lift out all those hard objects and give them to your angels. Angels, here you go. And then do the repair. Because the hard objects, if they were stuck in there, they caused damage. And so now with them gone, you can repair better. All right, and the theme, power, confidence, and flow under pressure. So you can lift out energy blocks that are specifically in the way of the theme. So any energy blocks in your chakras that lower your confidence, lower your personal power, or lower like how good you are in pressure situations, lift those energy blocks out and just melt them away with gold light. So, and again, your intention is you want to clear to the extent that's healthy and gentle to do right now, right? But so lift out any energy blocks in the way of the theme, in the way of your confidence, your power, your flow under pressure. Lift out those blocks, and just you could blow them up or just melt them away with gold light. And if you're healing someone else at any time, don't blow up their stuff. Just bring gold light through it so it dissolves. Because then it's like technically that person dissolving their own stuff. You're just applying gold light. So, okay, 7 and 7, that's my abbreviation for all your major chakras, your 7 physical body chakras and your 7 astral body chakras. And when I write it out 7 and 7, that means we're looking at them separately. We're healing them or repairing them or imagining them separately. Otherwise, I would just say all chakras, which is what we were working right before then, right? So, but this is separate 7. So you imagine your 7, and it doesn't matter which side you do which on. But anyway, so imagine your 7 physical body chakras, your 7 astral body chakras, and then the crisscross filaments, which I described briefly in the intro. This not great drawing just reminds you of what I mean by crisscross filaments, that it's a pair of filaments rather than just one. So one of them, supplies energy in to this chakra, and then one of them takes the energy from that chakra and supplies it into the other one, right? So one could be astral, one is physical, and the filaments help the transfer of energy. So anything that your spirit wants to send to your body to be supportive, anything your body wants to send to your spirit, as far as like, hello, we're hungry, we're tired, we're angry, whatever, we're hangry. So just imagine your 7 physical, 7 astral, and then all the crisscross filaments of 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, connecting, crisscrossing, connecting them, and just sticky gold wax all of it. So that means gold light for your hands, that, with your intention, it's going to stick to everything that's not you to the extent that's healthy and gentle. So all the baggage that's healthy and gentle to get rid of, that's what the sticky gold wax is sticking to. Right? Including invasive people and invasive beings, especially. Like that's what this is especially good for, I think. The baggage, that's good for that too, but the invasive beings, it's really nice to see to work at this level of detail. And again, you don't have to see. So sticky gold wax the whole thing. Your intention is you're going to get rid of all that's healthy and gentle to get rid of, including invasive beings and invasive people. And just lift out the wax with all that junk all at the same time and give it to your angels. Angels, here you go. Okay, one more time. Sticky gold wax, the 7 physical chakras, sticky gold wax, your crisscross filaments, all of them. Sticky gold wax, your 7 astral body chakras. So it's all sticky gold waxed. And then lift out all the junk all at once. Give it to your angels. Angels, here you go. And so now repair all of that. You want to take advantage of the fact that there's a lot less junk there now. So you can do a more thorough repair than you could have a minute ago. More thorough repair, more thorough unblocking. And speaking of more thorough unblocking, you can send gold light through the chakra filaments, right? The crisscross filaments, but you could do one at a time. So like the filaments that go from astral to physical, you can send gold light through all those at one time. And unblock and repair. And then the filaments that go from physical to astral, you can send gold light through all of them at once. And you can have a lot of hardness caked on and around these filaments so that they don't really do a great job. And again, it could be, it could be that you're blocked up as a response to the seasons, and, you just have a lot more stress because of the weaknesses that you have, because it's winter, whatever. But for whatever reason you have these blocks, maybe you always have them. But this could be a nice opportunity to do a more detailed unblocking so that both sets of chakras can support each other better. Again, we'll do one more set of that where, sticky gold wax the whole thing. All 7 physical, all 7 astral, and all the filaments. crisscross filaments. And have the wax stick to whatever's healthy and gentle to get rid of right now. Lift all that junk out at once. Angels, here you go. Again, sticky gold wax. Lift out the junk. Angels, here you go. Sticky gold wax it all. Lift out the junk. Angels, here you go. And then repair it all. All right. Okay, and then you can blow up those images and just imagine, you know, your physical, you want your astral body chakras and you as a spirit, astral body to fit in as much as possible into your physical body, chakras and your physical body, right? So just imagine your astral body going into your hands, your astral body going into your feet, so your astral body hands fit in your physical hands, your astral body feet fit in your physical feet, right? And just, comb through everywhere so that the fit is better, right? So comb up and down your spine, comb through all your major chakras, comb through your legs, physical and astral. Comb through your biker shorts area. Comb through your biker shorts area of your astral body and your physical body, which includes, the first and second layers around there. All right. Stop. Woohoo. So that was, yay. So that was unblocking and repair of your 7 physical chakras, 7 astral body chakras, and your filaments that connect them to that extra level of detail where we're looking at the crisscross filaments between physical and astral chakras. Great job. Woohoo! You're a rock star. Okay. Okay, so good karma windows are in the back here. So basically what we're going to be working is the back here and then around your neck in this section. And so including the base of your skull acupuncture points. So good karma windows stuff is the astral body aura back here, and flow zone is the physical body aura back here. And flow zone also includes the in and around. So good karma windows, we could do those first. And they're actual, they look like windows, triple frame windows, which looks like what a triple frame, that's what I mean when I say triple frame window. So they're each the color of that aura layer. So just comb through them, and you want to repair any damage, and you want to be kind of bossy. Be like, hey, this is me. This is my space back here. And so anything that's not you, just melt it away with gold light. You can say to angels, if there are any invasive beings messing with my good karma windows, can you please recycle them? And what you could do too is if you have people messing with your good karma windows, it's maybe not the first time, and maybe if you wash them out, they're going to try again, right? So it might be, it tends to be more long lasting, maybe not permanent, of course, but more long lasting if you address the situation with that person rather than just washing them out. So how are we going to do that? We'll use angel assisted conflict resolution flowers, right? So these conflict you know, could just be that they're being invasive. It doesn't mean an all-out battle to the death or anything, you know. So you can just imagine in a lineup, anybody, any person that either currently or usually tries to mess with you back here in your good karma windows area. Don't do anything to them. You just imagine images of them, right, in a row. And then you make energy healing flowers for them, but that you don't give anything directly to them. Just make the energy healing flowers out of universal healing energy, gold light, and or rainbow colors. And you can put messages in them like, hey, I hope you have a good day. I hope you're well. I hope you have good holidays. You know, karma is real, so it's beneficial for you personally if you respect other people's boundaries, you know, stuff like that. And I say, angels, can you please edit these flowers so that they're helpful to the situation, and only, you know, distribute them if they will help. Then you can just have some deep breaths and watch and see, you know, imagine if you can't see, you know, but just imagine like, okay, did half of them get delivered or none of them or all of them? And again, that's the angels appraising whether it would help to give the flowers to the people or not. So that's why it's a real safe process. Okay, so then keep going, washing everybody out of your good karma windows. Melting cords. And again, you could do that again. You know, imagine your backlash people and or anybody that is or usually is invasive with your good karma window area or your flow zone area, and just make conflict resolution flowers for them, you know, with your standard good messages in them. The angels, give them to the angels. And say, angels, can you distribute these only if they'll help, and can you please edit them? And then you can just keep working on your good karma window area, and then we can switch to working your flow zone area, which is the same area but in the physical body aura and also includes in and around the neck. For your flow zone, say, angels, if there are any invasive beings in this area, can you please recycle them? Energy tends to bottle up right, you know, it could be anywhere in the flow zone, but it tends to bottle up right up against the back of the neck, like maybe sometimes like 2 or 3 inches. That there's a big chunk, or sometimes 4 or 5 inches, big chunk of blocked energy back there. Again, what are we doing? We're melting away giant chunks of blocked energy in the flow zone, right up against the back of the neck and the base of the. And you can also do like up and down the spine while you're there. Do meaning energy healing and unblocking. You want energy to flow up and down freely, your energy to flow freely up and down your spinal cord and all your bones in your body, all your muscles, all your bones, all your nerves, everything. So just check out your neck area and your spine as a whole. Use energy healing. Stress can knot up the energy flow in your neck and your spine. So just be aware of, you know, if you've been through any major stressors this year, you know, this is the final healing set of the year, you know, have you as you heal your spine and unblock it, just be aware of any stresses you've had this year. And just see if your spine is still holding on to blocks from those experiences. And just melt them away with gold light. You can, tell your body supportive things like, hey, you made it through the year. You did good. We did good. Try to be uplifting your body. Try to, think of the bright side of things. Think of what you're grateful for and give those uplifting messages to your body. Sometimes, if you're not especially uplifting and positive when you talk with others, it also means in general that you're that way when you talk to yourself and also when you talk to your body. So just as you heal your spine and unblock it, think about you've been through some stuff recently that may have stressed your body, and just make sure to wash it out of your spine. Deep breaths. So base of skull points, that could be nice. So those 2 rows of dots in the diagram, one at the height of the top of the ear, one at the height of the bottom of the ear, that's what I call the base of skull points. They're little chakras, minor chakras within those traditional Chinese medicine meridians. And all chakras have that basic shape of the open cylinder. And the chakras, these acupuncture chakras, they fit within the meridian itself. So, like say if that yellow meridian, urinary bladder meridian, that flows downward right there. So this chakra's like right in it, like this. Meridian goes down, the chakra's in it, and then the meridian goes further down. So any of those dots are chakras. You just imagine them and use so much gold light that they uncrush, and that any hard devices in them just pop out. Any energy blocks just melt away. And of course, to the extent that's healthy and gentle to do right now. The gray line, the line that's shown as gray that goes up the midline of the back, is an important one. That's a governing vessel meridian, GV, which helps to manage all your yang meridians. So confidence and power, part of that is sort of a yang thing. So your GV meridian, we want to make sure that's got good, strong flow there. You want all these to be like red flowing rivers, strongly flowing, lots of energy. These chakras are supposed to generate energy. All chakras generate energy. So if they're, if you repair them enough and unblock them enough, then they can do their job, generating energy and keeping the energy flow in that meridian. All right, so that is good enough. So now we'll just have fun with a whole bunch of back meridian stuff. Hold on, I have to rearrange something. Sorry. Just take me another minute. I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure this out. Oh well, I give up. I don't have time to screw with it. Sorry. I wanted to have it be so that you could see me in like small version, but you could see this thing, this massive thing in a large version, but I'm going to just give up. Cuz I love showing how awesome it looks like that. So, I don't know. Yeah, I don't want to mess anything up. Oh, boo. Damn. Oh well. Sorry, guys. Oh well. We'll just show how awesome it is. Okay. So, okay, I know what I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to do. The angels are testing my grace, my flow under pressure. That's what it is. So, there we go. That's what that'll be good enough. Accept that. Okay. So, okay. So that is gorgeous. I love that. Okay. So finally, I'm gonna have to make a note. So that's a big delay. Okay. All right, fine. So later, if you use the chapter titles, you can skip that huge delay and just go right to the where we start working on it. Anyway, okay. So we're just gonna work on all the meridians that you see there, and specifically the locations that you see there. So the brown one that does the zigzag in the back of the shoulder that I adore so much, the shoulder zigzag, that's the small intestine meridian. So we'll do that first, not the whole thing, just the part that you can see there in the diagram. And this is sort of the quick version, so I'm not going to bother playing the whole video for each one. That turquoise color meridian that goes up, I forget what that is. I think that would be Sanjiao. the the turquoise color. SJ, San Jiao Meridian. Anyway, you don't have to know the title of it to heal it. So do the turquoise one. And as you repair it and unblock it, you can unblock the auras around it. Because sometimes it's like there's so much pressing up against it. It really makes it hard for it to do its job. So lift out, lift around the auras around it and just kind of lift out all the pressure on those meridians. Melt those energy blocks. The pressure comes from external sources, but how did the external sources get that close? There's an energy block that the external forces are corded into. So the energy blocks are the actual problem, not the other people and the invasive beings. It's the blocked energy. So anyway, okay, so that's the San Jiao Meridian. And then the yellow one is the urinary bladder meridian. It starts in the front, in the corner of the eye, and then it goes over the top of the head. And so the yellow lines there. And I had wanted to do, I don't want to lose it though. You know what? I can play just a little further. There we go. No. Yeah, so we'll just do urinary bladder meridian video because I want. So this part. Okay, so I'm interested in several parts of this video, but the butt part right there, the lower back, I'm calling it the butt part just for, but lower back, top of the butt right there, where it kind of zigzags back up like the letter N, sort of. That part, you can have a lot of compression there. And that compression would also impact the first chakra and the Kundalini chakra, which are around that area. So you comb through behind that, the little N part of the of the urinary bladder meridian, the butt end part that looks like the letter N kind of. So comb through that and behind it and just lift out. You could have energy blocks even in the astral body aura at that location that would still impact because these are physical body meridians, but we're unblocking that area also in the astral body too. Because if you have an astral body flow there, it helps unblock the physical body area too. Since one goes inside the other, hopefully your astral body comes in here. So, and then, so the outer branches of the urinary bladder meridian, as it goes down, then you can see it kind of takes this right angle turn to like the side of the butt, right? And there's an energy center there. And it goes downward. So I'm interested in that part of the urinary bladder meridian. It's pretty cool, but up here too, I'm very interested. So like, when you come down the head, the urinary bladder meridian, which is shown in yellow here, there's a point at the base of the skull, right, where it divides. And so instead of 2 branches, you have 4. So that's a pretty key location. You want to repair and unblock that meridian for sure. That point, that little chakra. You say, angels, if there are any invasive beings messing with this area, can you please recycle them? And comb behind there, behind that point. And, maybe there are invasive people that tend to be in this area of, your back meridians. You can just line up anybody that tends to be invasive in your back meridians and that area in your astral or physical body, and just don't do anything directly to them, right? We're just going to do those angel assisted conflict resolution flowers, right? So just make energy healing flowers for those people, but you're going to give them to the angels instead, right? So make the energy healing flowers for those people, you know, put some nice messages in there, like I hope you have a good winter, and you know, I hope you have a good year next year, and you know, I know life is challenging, karma is real, so it's always good to be respectful. It's in your own best interest to respect my boundaries and everybody's boundaries. And then say, angels, can you edit these flowers and give them to those people only if it's going to help? And you can kind of notice how many were distributed and how many are not going to help, so they were not distributed. And then you can keep doing your work. So so like I said, there's that base of skull point on the back of the head there. The urinary bladder meridian divides from 2 branches into 4. But then too, another really especially cool point is just below that on the governing vessel meridian, that gray line. See how like the inner branches, they meet the governing vessel meridian right there at that point. Like right at the and actually that's where also your manifestation wings connect to your astral body. That area. So anyway, so those inner 2 branches of the urinary bladder meridian, the yellow lines, and they come in and they connect with that gray line, which is the governing vessel meridian. So that chakra is a big deal, of course. To just unblock it enough. You can do like a gold bottle brush, you know, make a gold bottle brush out of energy that'll clean in a healthy and gentle way, you know, and then just swish it around in there, get all the junk out and give it to your angels. Angels, here you go. Make another one. Gold bottle brush. In and around there. Get all the junk out that's healthy and gentle to get rid of. Angels, here you go. All right. Then we could just go to that general back one where we see everything at once. This is the small intestine meridian, starts in your pinky. Did you know you have an important meridian starting in your pinky? How cool is that? So that's my favorite look right there. So again, just comb through all those meridians that you see right there. Your intention is healthy and gentle. You can do sticky wax on all of it. Sticky wax on all of it. Just lift out what's healthy and gentle to get rid of right now. Lift it all out. Angels, here you go. Sticky gold wax. Lift it out. Angels, here you go. And then repair. You don't have to worry about direction of flow so much because the chakras know which direction to go. You just repair and unblock. But the turquoise one goes upward in that, you know, right there, and then the brown one, small intestine meridian, goes upward, and then the yellow one goes downward in this part of the body. And the governing vessel, the gray line, that goes upward. The midline one. All right. Good job. Good job. Good job. I'm working on getting that image out of the way. There we go. All right. I will have to fix that next time so it's a little less clunky. But let's go to something that is very unclunky because I worked a lot on it yesterday. And that is the okay, so exploding energy blocks, exploding many energy blocks at one time. So it's fun. Don't worry if it just doesn't work for your brain and you don't like that technique. Obviously, it's optional. But if it works for you, it is fun. You can do it like the video clip I'm going to show you. I'll just talk you through it right now. I'll show it to you and talk you through it, and then we'll do it again. So this won't be the only time you see it. But it's like a 40-second video, and I'll be talking during it. Okay, so that is an image of a person, right? And again, this is from a show that aired a couple years ago. And so you imagine that those are like energy blocks that you have, you know, in your first layer of your aura. And so you imagine that, you know, you're letting them go. You know, you're melting your resistance, you're letting them go. But then, you know, boom, you can blow up a whole bunch of them at once. And then, you know, you want the chunks to like completely fully disintegrate. Okay. So that's the video clip that I was talking about. So I hope it wasn't built up too much. I didn't build it up too much. So let's do it again. So the idea is yipes. Trying to play it again. Oh. So, okay, so you imagine the energy blocks. They could be just in your first layer or they could be anywhere in your auras. But healthy and gentle energy blocks that you want to get rid of. And ask your angels to wait, I'm going to stop it for a second. So ask your angels to, you know, recycle any invasive beings that are in the way of you clearing all this stuff. And then ask your angels too to, you know, help you pick a healthy and gentle amount of energy blocks. And it could be like literal like this, that it's first layer energy blocks, or it could be all in all your auras, as well as in your chakras, as well as, you know, so not exactly like the image, but more than that, right? But that healthy and gentle amount to do right now, right? And as you say, angels, if there are any invasive beings in the way of me clearing all this, can you please recycle them? And then you can, you're doing the healthy and gentle amount. Okay, am I streaming again? Or is it a different stream now? I don't know if I created a different stream. Oh my God, thank you. So I'm streaming now. Oh my God. Okay. So I did what you don't want to do, and you don't want to close the application that you're using to live stream during the stream. So it's working. Okay, thank God. All right, fine. So now I'm going to do it. Okay, thank you so much, guys, in the chat for confirming too. I was like yelling at my husband while the stream was. I mean, not angry yelling, but like, Lorenzo, can you check? Anyway, okay, so now we're really doing. I'm going to put a doing up so I know later. Okay, so now we will do it. Let's do it. So I'll talk you through it. So, okay, you imagine a healthy and gentle amount of energy blocks that you want to clear caked onto your body or your spirit, including your auras. And say, angels, can you recycle any invasive beings in the way? And then you melt cords from people going into the blocks. And then you can start melting the blocks if you want to do a bit by bit approach. Or if you prefer to do them all at once, you can blow them up all at once, like this. And then explode the chunks fully so they fully destroy. All the blocked energy just gets destroyed. And there you are, more free and clear. Oh my gosh. So, let's do it one more time. And we'll take a few deep breaths. See how that was for you. And I'm sorry for the people watching live that I had the technical difficulties. But so breathe in. How do your arms feel? How do your legs feel? How does your spine feel? How's your butt feel? You could reground, recreate both your groundings. And we can even do I'm gonna do the clip again, but before it, let's just do the a quick round of angel approved conflict resolution flowers, just so you know it's even safer for you as far as like less chance of backlash, right? So just imagine a big row of any possible backlash people in your life, and don't do anything to them, but you just imagine them as a row, unless that you don't like lining them up in a row. I kind of like that. But imagine them in a row, and then just you're making energy healing flowers that you're going to give directly to your angels, not to them, but they're for them. So any out of gold light, universal healing energy, or rainbow color, universal healing energy, just whatever that would be healing for them. And you can put messages in it like Happy New Year. I hope you had a good year. I know life is challenging, and karma is real, so it's beneficial for you personally to respect boundaries, and hope you're well. You have angels. Your angels can help and guide you. And then give all those flowers to your angels and say, angels, can you please edit these flowers and only give them out to those people if it'll help the situation. And then just watch and see. And you can imagine, you don't have to be able to see really, but see how many of those people got flowers from the angels, and how many the angels were like, yeah, it's better that we don't give them the flowers. All right, good job. So now we'll do the clip again. We'll clear a whole bunch of energy blocks. And again, just think to yourself, your mood may shift. Some days, some moments you might really want to burst them all out at once like that. Or, at the beginning of the clip, they kind of break off bit by bit by bit. So that may be more what you're in the mood for. Or maybe you don't like imagining them like chunks breaking off. Maybe you like them turning to liquid and breaking off, but I don't have an image of that. So anyway, here's the clip again. So you imagine the energy blocks and a healthy and gentle amount. Angels, can you recycle any invasive beings in the way of this? And then you use gold light, run them through all the blocks, have the cords from other people melt away. And then you can have the blocks melt bit by bit, or you can blow them up all at once, whatever you prefer. And poof, here we go, blow them all up at once. And make sure the energy blocks that you're blowing up, fully disintegrate, just like that image. And there you are. Rawr. So, again, that I didn't make that clip. It's edited. I made it yesterday, but it's a show. Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and that's Daisy, or I think Sky was her name at one point, and then it's called the process was called Teragenesis. It's whatever, some technical thing within the plot, but it looks like exploding energy blocks, so I like it. All right, good. Hope that was fun. If it wasn't fun, sorry. I might make a short of that so that you can see. you know, so just like a 2-minute short of it. If people want that. All right. Okay, so this one we'll do is your vitality river of your physical body. So go ahead and imagine a river, and you can make it whatever color you want. I mean, vitality, energy, like your life force that runs through your traditional Chinese medicine meridians, the vibration of it ideally would be red. But if you don't like imagining a red river, you know, you can imagine whatever color you want. But the idea is you look at the flow of your vitality river and the volume of that energy. And you want to unblock it enough so that it's a really strong flow. You want your body to have a lot of flow. You know, this helps the flow in your meridians. And of course, your intention is healthy and gentle. You want to unblock and repair to the extent that's healthy and gentle to do right now. But as you do this body vitality river unblocking, look for other rivers that are like kind of siphoning off the energy and making the river go towards another person, a different person other than you. And if you don't have young kids, you know, like 12 or younger, then there should be no siphoning off of energy from your body vitality river, your physical body vitality river, right? So, but you know, especially this time of year, people get very clingy. Maybe they didn't, you know, receive enough nurturing as a child, and so they are looking for, you know, like sort of like the equivalent of breastfeeding from other people. You know, I mean, I don't want that to sound too weird, but you know what I mean? Like they're looking for that body bond on a psychic level, to try to fill depletions that they have. But it's not going to help them to siphon off your body vitality. It might make them feel even worse, likely. So it's definitely going to make you feel worse. So just be aware of if anybody's sort of, you know, trying to connect to your river. And what we're going to do is, rather than just melt them away, those connections, we're going to give them conflict resolution flowers, and then we'll melt them away. So just imagine all the people that are trying to siphon off energy from your body vitality river or block up your body vitality river. And just make energy healing flowers. Don't give it to them, but just make energy healing flowers for them, right? That you're going to give to your angels, right? But make the energy healing flowers and, you know, say, well, I hope you have good holidays, whatever messages you want to put in the flowers. And that, you know, karma is real. It's definitely in your best interest to, you know, respect other people's boundaries. And then just angels, can you edit these flowers and only give them out if they're helpful? And then you can just take a deep breath and see who gets the flowers and who doesn't, because it wouldn't have helped. And you don't have to observe if you feel like your awareness isn't that good. And then just now you can melt everybody off of your river. Because you did try the diplomacy aspect of it. So now just melt all those connections to your body vitality river. If you have kids, you know, there's a moderate amount of body vitality that if you have young kids, like 12 or younger, then, or if you're pregnant, then there's some body vitality that would go to them from your river. But make sure your river's got lots of energy of yours, lots of vitality. And if it's like a little trickly stream instead, just keep healing it so that it can like grow stronger and have more volume of energy. Again, check for if anybody's connected to your body vitality river, siphoning off energy, and they're not like one of your children 12 or younger. Then just, you know, melt away those connections. And, anybody that's trying to siphon off your body vitality energy, you can imagine them over to the side and make more energy healing flowers that are ultimately for them, but you're going to give them to the angels and just, put whatever messages you want in them, or just healing flowers is enough too. And then angels, can you edit these flowers and only give them if they're helpful? And see how many get the flowers. And then go ahead and wash everybody out of your body vitality river. You may have like an ex or a current partner even. Your body vitality river is that'd be a little oppressive for somebody to be in there. Even during sex, that wouldn't really be a helpful thing to have, or an enjoyable thing to have somebody in your body vitality river. So just wash everybody out of your body vitality river. You can say, angels, can you please heal my body vitality? And just watch your river as your angels heal your body vitality. All right, good job. One extra thing we can do, which we did do in that little angel assisted conflict resolution flowers video that I made the other day, that's 6 minutes. Towards the end of that, you make flowers for yourself too. So we could do that. We could make energy healing flowers for you as a spirit, and also make separate flowers for your body and its vitality, your physical body. So let's do that. So first we'll make them for you as a spirit. So energy healing flowers for you as a spirit. Make as many as you possibly could want. And tune them to the vibration that you think would be just right for you as a spirit, to help you feel encouraged and whole and strong and powerful. And say, angels, can you check my flowers? They're for me. And you give them to yourself. Okay, make more energy healing flowers for yourself. The angels, can you check my flowers? They're for me. And then give them to yourself. And then let's make energy healing flowers for your physical body. So whatever healing vibrations are really good for your physical body right now. And angels, can you check these flowers? They're for my physical body. And give them to yourself. One more time. Make a whole bunch of energy healing flowers for your physical body to help give it extra support for this time of year, this season, whatever you've been through, whatever your body's been through. Angels, can you check my flowers? They're for my physical body. And give them to your body. Couple deep breaths. All right. Oops. All right. Good job. Good job. Good job. Sorry, I'm just dorking around with something. All right. I want to be able to see my gold confetti. There we go. Much better. Okay. Good job, guys. Mm. Okay, so I'm gonna look for a second. I'll let you look at the flowers while I'm looking at what we should do next. I think we're almost done with the healing. But we'll see. Okay, so I was looking at a sample person that the angels picked for me to look at, and she she is an adult, but she's stuck asking permission on a spirit level before she uses like half of her personal power. Like, she's stuck because as a kid, she was supposed to ask her parents permission for things. Like, make sure you ask permission. And so it's in her space still to ask permission. Like, there's an agreement that she made with her parents when she was a kid that she needed to ask her parents permission to be able to do most things, you know? And, you know, if you're a very young kid, that might be a logical agreement. But the problem is it doesn't automatically end. Like, an agreement doesn't automatically end unless you actually end it. And it could be that maybe your parents, you know, you're just a little passive, or your parents are nice, so you forget that you might have some restrictive agreements with them, or, you know, for whatever reason. So we're going to go and look for agreements that are in the way of you using your own personal power, confidence, and having good flow under pressure situations. And we're going to help you clear those agreements. Just, you know, imagine them, run gold light through them, and let them melt away. Or, you know, the angels will help. So if some need to be modified, and so the agreement's like half good, but it just needs to be edited, the gold light and the angel help will do that for you. So I hope that makes sense. We're just going to clear agreements so that you're not waiting for somebody else's permission for you to, you know, use your power and be confident and all that good stuff. So I hope that makes sense. Okie dokie. So now the doing. Okay. So you can imagine any agreements with anybody. It could be even past life people, so you don't have to worry about who, right? But you can imagine the agreements like pieces of paper all piled up, or however you want to imagine them, like rocks, sticks, scrolls, whatever, right? So just imagine any agreements that are in the way of you using your own personal power, you being confident and you having good flow under pressure. Right? So imagine all those agreements and just use lots of gold light and melt cords going into the agreements from other people and just let those agreements transform. So a lot of them will probably just go away fully. And you can say, angels, help me do this, so that, you know, if there's any ones that need complex editing, your angels will help you do that. All right. So you just melted away agreements that are in the way of you using your personal power, your confidence, and your flow under pressure. Mm. Okay. So we're going to call back your energy of power, confidence, and flow under pressure, because there could be maybe because of admiration that someone had for you, or some kind of bitterness or some kind of desire to, you know, be dominant over you. They took some of your confidence or personal power or some of your stress management that gives you good flow under pressure. So we don't have to worry about who, what, when, where, how did you give it up? Did they take it? Blah, 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 right? Just call it all back, right? It's yours. Call back your power, confidence, and flow under pressure, right? So just, you can make any gold 3D object, and we'll make it an angel assisted gold magnet, right? So say, angels, help me do this in a super safe way, right? So that way, if it needs to be called back more gradually, that's what'll happen. If it can be called back, you know, instantly, then that's what'll happen, right? So angels, help me do this and call back all your confidence, confidence, personal power, and flow under pressure into the gold magnet. And you can say, angels, can you clean all this off for me? And then give it to yourself. Okay, so we'll do that one more time. So use a big gold magnet and say, angels, help me do this, right? And call back your confidence, personal power, and flow under pressure from wherever it went. Maybe you left it in the future, somebody took it, whatever, it doesn't matter. Maybe it was in the past. Call it back to you right now so you have it. Say, angels, can you clean all this off for me? And then give it back to yourself. All right. And then bring in. So there could be some of your power, confidence, or flow under pressure energy that is on its way in, but it's hard to bring it in because you have too many blocks up here or up here, you know, above your shoulders or above your head or above the top of your aura even. So just imagine a copy of you and just lift any burdens off of your shoulders that are in the way of you bringing in your confidence and your power, your flow under pressure, any blocks above your head that are in the way of it coming in, any blocks above the top of your aura that are in the way of power, confidence, and flow under pressure coming in. And again, remember that video, you can blow up a whole bunch at once really quickly. Right? So let's do that one more time just for kicks. I can find it. Okay, so anything in the way of you bringing in your confidence, power, and flow under pressure, you can just imagine those blocks, run gold light through them, felt cords going into them, and get ready to blow them up. You can let them melt away gradually at first if you want, or if you'd rather do a whole bunch at once because it's fun, you blow them all up at once. And just have all those blocks in the way of your flow, confidence, and power explode fully. Right? So then it's just you. And you're able to bring in your new energy of confidence and personal power. So a couple deep breaths. Breathe into your toes, breathe into your fingertips, your spine, your butt, all your auras, your groundings. All right. So as we wrap up this healing, you can ask your angels for help with that. The angels, can you please help me to wrap up this healing? Can you please melt them away? Help me melt them away. Breathe into your grounding. Breathe into all your auras. Angels, can you please help me with my power, confidence, and flow under pressure? And then we'll do one last round of the conflict resolution flowers for other people. So anybody that could be a backlash person in your life, or anybody that you just want to improve relations with. Make a whole bunch of energy healing flowers for all those people. And you could put nice messages in them. Happy New Year. Hope you're well. And then just give them to the angels. Say, angels, can you please edit these flowers and only give them out if they would help? And you might have little bits of your confidence and personal power that are still above. I think I'm back now. Let me know if I'm back. I might have to make that video somehow easier. Thank you. We'll see. All right. So that's a healing. All righty. Let's make me smaller and the sunset bigger. How about that? Oh, here we go. Okay. A little extra sunshine, a little extra. What's that? That's nice. All right. So the healing is done. I'm gonna look through chat comments. If you have any anything you want to comment about how you're doing right now after the healing, whether you healed yourself or I healed you as well, you can mention that if you want. If you have any comments about the theme or any of the techniques that we did. And again, thank you for my patience with the 2 different crashes that I had during the live stream. All right, so I'm looking for comments that I haven't read yet. Someone gives me nice emojis. Thank you very much. Says hello to everybody. Someone says hello from Ottawa, Canada. Super nice watching the microphone cover and matching wrist warmer. Yeah, blues. Yes, I did notice that. They're the same color. You know, I want to make myself bigger. Hope you don't mind. First, I wanted more sunset, but I've changed my mind. Sunrise, but I've changed my mind. About that. Move this out a bit. Okay. 11 degrees and sunny. Wow. 11 degrees. So I hope you're not talking about Fahrenheit. I really hope you're not, because that would be insanely cold. You probably are. Are you talking about Fahrenheit? Repost and let me know. I know you're in Canada, but damn, that would be really cold. Let me know if that's 11 degrees Fahrenheit or Celsius. Thank you so much, Janet. I put my walled off part in a hot tub of gold light. Very nice. And it released a lot in orange, yellow, earth energy. Is this part triggering the reason why this person wax affect me, but K's don't so much? Oh, why would one person's wax? Is this part triggering the reason why this person's wax affect me, but the other person's wax don't so much? Well, first and last initials are always more helpful for me, but why does one person's wax affect you more than the other? Sometimes people are just more skilled at punishing. I think that's true here. People just, it's a bad thing to be good at. Like, it's karmically harmful for you to be good at harming others, you know? Because then it's like it's better if somebody's not good at whacking, you know? Because then they'll whack people, but it won't create as much damage. So then it's not as bad karma for them. It's still bad karma, but not as bad as if someone's really skilled at it. So whatever. Yeah, I think that's just difference in their skill levels. Someone says, I liked Bonnie Bones in the background to remind me to heal my skeleton. Yes, the skeleton back there. Yeah, it's funny you call her Bonnie Bones. Lorenzo, my husband, calls him. Lorenzo, what do you call the skeleton? I forget. He has some Bonaparte. Yeah, he calls the skeleton Bonaparte. Which is probably a reference to some cartoon or something, as well as, you know, play on words. Someone says, thanks, Janet. Feeling mellow. Lately, I've been spending a bit too much time on the internet reading political stuff. Ugh. Yeah, that's a waste. I mean, informing yourself politically doesn't have to be a bad idea, you know, just so I'm not being misunderstood. But, you know, it can vary for a person what's healthy for you and also what's healthy for you at this time, you know, maybe, and also too, like your source of political information. Sometimes, you know, there's so many different people and, you know, styles of delivery of political information, and some may be just easier for you to like get the information but not get overly not get triggered in like a weakening kind of a way. So anyway, you're saying ask my angels for help with this, but anything I can do healing wise. Yeah, I would say we did maybe last month. Yeah, it was definitely last month in November. We did unmatch national pain, unmatch global pain, unmatch, you know, family pain. We did a whole bunch of different ones. So you could redo that. unmatched political party pain, you know, like if you're a part of a certain political party and a lot of them are blocked in a certain way. And it might be that you're just, it looks like you're matching national pain and political party pain. So you could try that. I was just clearing a whole bunch of energy blocks that you have in common with those people, so that you can kind of tune it out more easily, the group angst, and then make your own choices about when you want to watch political news and how you want to watch it, how much you want to watch it, that kind of thing. Someone says, thanks, Janet. Wondering how, and you give initials of a person is doing career-wise. He has different business ideas. He seems frantic chasing them. Yeah. Because, okay, anybody could do this. You look at yourself and you look at your angels, you know, have your angels stand in a nice little row for you. And then look at if you have any invasive beings in between you and your angels. And then you can say, angels, can you please recycle those beings? You know, because the person that you're mentioning has some white energy in their space, and it looks like they have some, I call them fake angels, you know, just beings that are trying to advise and seem all wise, but they're just invasive beings. So again, you could do this for yourself. Just imagine yourself and your angels, and then imagine any invasive beings that are kind of pretending and getting in the way of that, of you talking to your angels. And just, angels, can you recycle all these beings? And then two, sometimes why you might choose a message from an invasive being, like it's like, you know, people kind of hear what they want to hear, you know, so they may also be hearing in their angels, but this other message just seems easier to do. And so they'll be like, oh, let's go with that one, you know, and it happens to be the message from the invasive being. So you could, if that is a thing that you fall into often, you can have avoidance issues, you know, because your angels are going to tell you what's really in your best interest, but that's not always easy to hear, you know. So you can just pile up if there's stuff you're avoiding, that would be, you know, that gets in the way of you really understanding the value of your angel's advice. So any avoidance, anything you're avoiding, any resistance energy, rad blocks, resistance, avoidance, or denial blocks, right? So any rad blocks in the way of you understanding your angel advice, and then just go ahead and melt that away. Any resistance, avoidance, and denial in the way of you understanding what your angels are advising. Because angels are non-controlling. So they'll just advise. You can blow them off, you know, and not do it, you know, even though it's totally in your best interest to listen to them, right? So it's up to you to like clear the baggage in the way so that you go, oh wow, I get it. I get the wisdom in that, and I choose to do those things. So anyway, so I helped him a little bit with all that. So he's working through. It's like there's all this failure energy that's kind of in the way of him really listening to his angels, but he's working on clearing it now. All right. Someone says fun exploding video. Oh, good. That was so cool, the visual clip. Yes, please make a short. I enjoyed that part. Someone says, loved the visuals today. I'm wondering, how is my river of vitality doing? Also wondering how my energy is flowing between myself and my son. Is there anything I can do to keep my vitality flowing better? With your son, how old is your son? Because I know who you are, but I haven't memorized like your family. So if you want, you could repost that part with the age of your son and maybe his initials, because I don't know it offhand. Some people, I read them so much that I know, and so ideally they would mention the initials and the age, but I already know. But with you, I don't already know, so that's why I'm asking for the extra information. But anyway, your river of vitality is it seems okay. It could be more. It seems like there's like a binding energy around it, almost like if you wrap a shoelace around something, and it seems to be some like fears. The body can store stuff like that, like spirit can store fear too. But so you can just melt away the binding energy around the river so that it can expand and get bigger and more powerful. Your body vitality river. And then so work on melting fears that bind your body vitality river. And you could just imagine like a shoelace wrapped around if you want, or any other way you want. And then it seems like 2 people are draining them off that aren't young children. They look more like family members, like adult family members. So I think there were before more than that, and we worked on it during the healing. So, but you could keep doing that. That section where you give conflict resolution flowers to anybody who's trying to siphon off your body vitality river, and then you work on melting those connections. Anybody that's drawing off your body vitality river energy. So it looks better than it did. It looks more flowing with less siphoning off happening. But you could still like double even the volume of it. So you could work more on that. But it is better than it was an hour ago. So it says, thank you, Janet. I've been working on the chakra and body fit. I'll do more on the filaments, but why is it so hard for me to be in all my chakras all the time when I work so often and in different ways? Well, because, because. Okay, I'm back, I think. Okay, I'm back, I think. Let me know if I'm back. I'm running in safe mode now. I don't know if that's going to help, but I don't know why it keeps crashing. But anyway, so I was talking about that person's question. She said, why is it so hard to be in all my chakras all the time when I work so hard and so often in different ways? Yeah, and I was saying the body vitality river, just check that out, because it seems like your sons are siphoning off energy from your body vitality river. I think it's like you diverting it on purpose to them, not them diverting it on purpose, but it's still happening. So that maybe could help. I think part of it is there's some stuff about your marriage that is limiting you, but you want the marriage. So it's like maybe try to intuit or journal about that. Like, you want the marriage. How do you keep the marriage and be in all your chakras? Which in many marriages is possible. So maybe just explore that with your angels, because there seems to be some denial about that your marriage is impacting your ability to be in all your chakras. So maybe just work with your angels about that and journal and see what's there. Because I don't think it's like one or the other, decide today, blah blah blah, you know. But I think there's some kind of clearing around what marriage is and your past life baggage around marriage and stuff, because you kind of have a very like very junior position spiritually somehow in the household, and it causes you to like not be as centered as you could be, and not be as not use your personal power within your space. So it leaves you kind of playing defense in your energy field in a way. So you could explore that with your angels, like how much of that is just your past life baggage that you're bringing into the situation, and it doesn't have to do with you and your spouse, and how much of it does have to do with you and your spouse, but that could be changed, you know, whatever. So hope that helps. Someone says, thank you so much for healing me, and I feel so much weight lifted off me. I liked handing messages to the angels for backlash people. I feel like I've been having drama with a bunch of people on the astral. Yes, that's true. Mostly with my neighbors, or when I'm driving and my husband has been getting the worst of it. I've been doing my essentials, I think is my hubby's mom and mine. I've been sucking at self-healing. It's unclear what the actual question is. This is so often, like, people just stream of consciousness. There's no question, but there kind of is, and I'm supposed to figure out what the question is. Task 1, figure out what my question is. Task 2, answer my question. Yeah. Yes, you've been having drama with people on the astral. Yes, the flowers help. Yes, your husband's mother and your mother are invasive. So there was probably an even cooler question that you didn't ask that I have not guessed, but I'm going to move on. But if you think of an actual question, feel free to put it. Yes, you're back. Thank you for telling me. Yes, you're back. You're back. Thank you. Don't worry. You weren't gone long. Thank you. You guys are really understanding. I appreciate it. I loved having the flowers in the video. Happy vibrant pink. Yeah, these are peonies. Yeah, they were in a K-drama recently, which reminded me of, like, you know, Korean drama. And it reminded me of like how cool they are, because you don't really notice at first, because they're all like, they're just like a little ball, you know, and they're very like underwhelming before they open up. Like this one. See, like that's extremely underwhelming, and they cost more than the other flowers that are being sold. So it's like you wouldn't necessarily be like, oh, I want those. The more expensive ones that look like nothing, you know. But then when they do open up, it's really cool. So, la la la. Someone says audio is cutting in and out. Audio is better now. I closed the video and reopened it. Interesting. Feeling very restful and peaceful. Oh, nice. How is my vitality river looking now? Is this something that would be good for me to work more? See, and now for her, I know her kids. I know how old they are. I know who they are. So, and I know, you know, her ex-husband, all this stuff, background information. But if you're a newbie, I don't know that stuff. consciously. So anyway, not that, I mean, I'm a reader, so you don't have to tell me your whole life story for me to read something, but you know, if there's something clearly relevant, feel free to mention it. Okay, so your vitality river is better than it was. Before we worked it today, there were like these like traffic jam spots that are not there now. Now they're like slower spots, but there's nowhere where it like really, really dams up. Before it would really, really dam up, which seemed to be related to your ex-husband and your family also, your genetic family. Those blocks, but now those blocks, like I said, they're just like little slowdown spots. One of them is still there as a slowdown spot. That relates to your mom, it looks like. Is she still alive? I don't know consciously. But anyway, but the other two are good. And the volume could be more, but it is more than it was. It seems like limiting your vitality river, it's like these hard, dark metal bands. It seems to be shame, like you know, like old like child abuse shame type stuff, that you know, that's the weird thing about like if somebody is abused, you know, like physically or even emotionally or sexually, it's like a part of the process puts a lot of shame in the space of the person that got abused, which, you know, is ironic because the person that got abused has nothing to be ashamed of, you know, but that's just like, it's just an energy thing. All this shame energy gets deposited in your space. So clearing shame out of the body vitality river, that could have been a good thing for me to do during the healing for everybody, but I didn't do it. But you could do that. Clear, you know, shame out of your body vitality river, like emotional abuse, shame, sexual abuse, shame, sexual abuse, shame, physical abuse, shame, all that stuff from this and past lives. Because the thing is, obviously you have a different life, you have a different body than your last life, or in your last lives, but shame, if there was shame, you could have brought that with you if you didn't clear it by the end of the life. So anyway, you just clear shame to open up your body vitality river even more. And also, there's a way in which like you're hard on your own body, like you're like judging your own body. Like, yeah, you know, your ex did and other people may have, but your judgment is what really dams up the river right now. So work clearing shame and also any judgments that you have about your physical body. Just work on melting that out. But it looks definitely better than it did. It looks like at least 3 times as strong as it was. So, you know, just you could maybe work it every day or every other day. I mean, you don't have to, but you could. Yes, it's good for you to do more. Someone says, thank you so much, Janet. Been having your videos play on repeat and can tell it's helping. Yeah, isn't that funny? Like, sometimes I get into this really perfectionist headspace where it's like, if I can't focus on it, I'm not going to listen to it, you know, my own videos, you know. But even if you just half listen and have it on the background, like you'll pick up some of it and subconsciously you kind of do some of it. You can say, angels help me to, you know, do the clearings that she's talking about, you know, so then you can work with your angels on a subconscious level, you know, so you could be doing whatever at the same time. I mean, you don't have, not everyone has to, you know, play my videos on a background, you know, all the time or anything, but yeah, it does help in a way that maybe isn't obvious. So that's good for you. Anything my angel suggests I work on, going on a trip with, and you mentioned someone's initials in January through his work. Don't know why I agreed. Oh, that's funny. I think you had his mom in your space at the time. So she's like, she just made your mouth move in agreement. Oh, man. Your angels say it's not the end of the world, but clear rad blocks before you go. Like, you know, that resistance, avoidance, and denial blocks. There's actually a short video clearing rad blocks. that I made probably like 2-3 weeks ago. It's one of those excerpt videos. It's like the whole wrap up section, which was clearing rad blocks, clearing stebs, and something else we did. But that could be nice, and you could have that handy on the trip too. But in general, if you memorize things, it's faster to do. But if you want, that's like a short video. I forget how short it is, maybe 8 minutes or something. But yeah, clear rad blocks. You search generate clear rad blocks, it should come up. RAD. Someone says, wonderful healing and so timely. Thank you. You're welcome. Yeah, I tried. I moved this. This was supposed to be a week earlier because it starts on the third Sunday typically, but I figured, a lot of people get pretty beat up around the holidays, so I wanted to try to help out with that. Someone says, I feel more peaceful now. Thank you for healing me. Oh, I'm glad. Good to know. Good for you. Someone says, thank you. Thanks, Janet, about unmatching national pain. TikTok has been the worst for me. Yeah, it could be that you need a TikTok break. I know. I went off of Twitter. Like, I'm not on Twitter at all anymore. I used to be on Twitter, like around, January 6th and all that. I was a Twitter user, and that was pretty amazing to see all that live on Twitter. I mean, amazing / horrible, to see the January 6th attack on the Capitol. But back then I followed all these news people and everything on Twitter, but then after a while it just became too much because I tend to get very detail oriented, and I kind of, there was no like bite-sized version for me. It's like all or nothing. So I like followed like all the best reporters and all, it was like way too much information. Like I would watch somebody else's political recap video and I'd be like, that's old information. Who are they following on Twitter? So it was like, I just, and then, after Elon Musk took over and, it just kind of, so I was just like, whatever. But I think I had left Twitter even before he took over, or maybe after he took over, but before it got like really bad. But anyway, whatever. So I'm not on Twitter at all. And I'm kind of much choosier about my sources of information than I used to be. I mean, before I was choosy, but I would listen a lot. And lately, that just doesn't work for me anymore. So I'll just do more like highlights of things. But anyway, everybody's different. And like I said, even with me, I'll listen sometimes more, sometimes less to political stuff, and I'll change up who I listen to or whatever, depending on what works for me at the time. Oh, you're talking about your son. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, so looking at your vitality river with that information, yeah, he gets a decent amount. That's fine. You could actually unblock the part of like the little part of the river that goes to your sun, like your main river, obviously unblock that, but then the little river that goes to your sun, just heal and unblock that more. And like there's some repressed anger. I don't think it's your repressed anger. I think somebody in your life, but there's some energy like wrapped around the little river that goes from your vitality river to your sun. So just, melt that away. It looks like a sort of a black tunnel around your vitality river that goes to your sun. So just melt that away. Blow it up or something. Shouldn't be too hard to clear though. But just so you get a stronger river, so you feel like, okay, yeah, that's as strong as it should be going to him. So that helps. Someone says thank you, a whole bunch of heart emojis. Thank you. You're welcome. Someone says LOL, sorry, started ranting. I am unsure where this drama is coming from. I think I have been starting them, and if there is something I can do to help. Oh, starting drama with people that you know? Okay, well, between you and your husband, okay, so partners interact on many levels, ideally, right? And so there's the emotional, there's the intellectual, there's potentially the sexual, depending on, you know, your relationship with your partner. And, you know, there can be personal baggage that gets in the way of that. And if personal baggage gets in the way, you can take it out on your partner. So, like, say your partner is trying to interact with you on an emotional level, and some of your baggage is in the way, your emotional trauma from a different relationship, even a different lifetime, is in the way. You can experience him trying to interact with you on that emotional level as a negative, because it like puts you into a flashback of whatever dramas, right? And then you kind of throw it back at him. Like, so you just become very reactive, you know. Damn. Sorry, not damn to you. How's my sound now? Is my sound okay? Yeah, all right. We'll see if my sound is okay. La la la, is my sound okay? La 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 la. It's still doing it. Stop it. Stop it, microphone. Behave. Behave. Let's see. Microphone, please behave. Oh well. Is it still coming in and out? Sound is good. Somebody says sound is good. Sound is good. Sound is good. We'll see. Yeah, maybe our home internet connection is wonky. That's believable. Anyway, so long story short, your baggage gets in the way when your husband tries to communicate with you. Not that he's some saint or anything, but there are ways in which he's trying to communicate with you on an emotional level and even a sensual level and a sexual level that actually could be nourishing and helpful for you on a spirit level and a body level. That is, your baggage gets in the way and gets triggered, and therefore you experience his communication as unpleasant and you push him away. In many forms, including starting arguments. So bottom line, just you could do lots of gold blankets or gold dumpsters or whatever, and just blow up any baggage that's in the way of you having a full range of communication with your spouse, or your partner if somebody's listening and their partner. But if you want to be able to be fully yourself in a relationship, you know, and this doesn't mean that, you know, like say even in a friendship or with a parent or whatever, you don't want your baggage to affect how you're hearing that person and how you receive their communication, right? You want to just be able to be comfortable, and then you sense their communication and you either like it or you don't, but you don't want to dislike their communication because of your old baggage, right? So that's the idea. Just keep working, clearing your old baggage in the way of you communicating with various people, but especially your husband. So I hope that makes sense. I would play that. Well, I'll try to play this one thing. I think I don't know if our internet, I'll try to play it just for fun. So here's that video again. So you can imagine any baggage in the way of you enjoying your relationships with people. That's healthy and gentle to clear, and just run gold light through the baggage, melt cords going into the baggage from other people. Again, this is baggage that's in the way of you having enjoyable relationships and enjoyable communication, and you can blow it up bit by bit or all at once, like that. And explode all the baggage and let it fully destroy. There, it's all gone. All right, hope that makes sense. So this, I'm sure, was a very long live stream. Thank you for your patience. All righty. Oh, I do have a good Izzy update. An interesting Izzy update. Let me do that. So Izzy update is he doesn't, knock on wood, at least right now, he doesn't have to wear his cone. He was wearing a cone over his head, just like our previous dog used to have to do. But it turns out for once there was actually a simple reason why he was itching himself so badly. He actually had fleas, which we had no idea, because it was like the last thing that we thought to check, because in the past we've had, we had a dog with itching that was a very obscure reason. It was not fleas, and it was like a combination of food allergies and medication reactions and seasonal allergies and yada yada yada. So we never thought that it could be just something simple like, yeah, your dog has fleas, lady. But turns out we brought him to the vet 2 weeks ago and he just had fleas. So now he's going to stay on flea meds permanently. And my husband washed everything in the house and vacuumed everything in the house. And then I had to give him another extra shampoo after a week later, just to make sure we got them all. So I think he's like 99.99% flea free now. So that's good. The slight bad news is he did have 2 seizures, which he has seizures. That's a thing, that he has. But he's on medication to have them not as much. So, but he did have 2. But early yesterday morning. But none since then for the last day and a half, so that's good. And before that, he hadn't had him in like 5 weeks. So I think, it just is what it is. But I can show you him. He's sleeping peacefully without itching and without wearing a cone. So that's kind of exciting. So I'll just show you Izzy, and then that's it. We'll end the live stream. Let me put my papers away first. Oh, and I do want to say, thanks for the hearts for Izzy. That's cute. I do want to say, of course, we'll have the other live stream on Tuesday. So this was the second to last healing live stream for the year 2024. So thank you everybody for being so awesome all year. And I hope you guys have a good transition into the new year. What else do I want to say? Oh yeah, and my sets for January and February are both for sale on my website in limited quantities, but there still are some for sale January and February on my website, jwhealing.com. So now I'm finally going to show Izzy. There he is. He's sleeping. He's black, so a lot of him is black, so it's hard to see, but you can pretty much see. So he's not wearing a cone anymore, which is wonderful. Yay. Yay for Izzy. Woohoo. Oh, and here's the bouquet up close here. Skinny. The lily. Alrighty, you guys are amazing. So take care. I will, if you want to watch in 2 days, I will be doing that live stream in 2 days. The second of this set of 2, and that will be the final group healing of 2024. Woohoo! All right, bye. You're amazing. Let's close out with some confetti, of course. Oops, didn't mean to close out with it. Well, let's close out with her. She's fun. All right, we'll close out with her. Why not? So, hope it doesn't crash, but here we go. You can explode all your blocks at once if you want. Let them go bit by bit. Obviously healthy and gentle amount to do at one time, but you can let them go bit by bit if you want, or you can run gold light through them all and explode them all at once, like this. And let all those blocks fully destroy. There you are, nice and free and clear. Woohoo! All right, bye everybody. You're amazing.